Welcome back, one and all, to Trails to Azure. I'm the TheDarkSeraph. Last time we were storming Michelin and I was getting my ass kicked by Jaegers. No one's here. Actually, I can sense a presence. Same here, but I don't think we're dealing with a person or a monster. Intruders detected. Archaisms. 6 targets confirmed. 3 targets confirmed as members of SSS. 1 target confirmed as Second Lieutenant Seeker of CDF. 2 targets remain unknown, both of whom wield combat capabilities estimated at Class A or higher. What? A machine that can detect that. Dealing with archaisms. I'm gonna take a chance. I just got muted. Son of a whore. No, Noelle got muted. Son of a whore and a half. No, Lloyd got muted as well. It's out of range, damn it. This is going to be annoying, I just know it. Take one of them out at least. Weak to water, good to know.
行くぞ。行きます。再任だ。発射。エニグマ駆動。
やれやれ。
それ。任せてくれ。
やれやれ。
私の番ですね。
It's likely to attack directly in front.
はい。ドライブ開始。
Called it!
やれやれ。
行くぞ。みんな一気に。それ。
さてと。
俺の番だな。エニグマ
やれやれ。
駆動。
エニグマ駆動。
行きます。ドライブ
For the big one again. Just kind of because.
エニグマ駆動。やっ。
面倒だな。
まだやれる。それ。
グラッツェ。
助立ちします。すまねえ。みんな。
面倒だな。それ。
ありがとう。それ。
Water elemental gonna fuck you up.
まずいね。
上出来かな。お疲れ様です。
That thing really meant business. Ouroboros and its mechanical pawns are certainly formidable. That's putting it lightly. It's even stronger than that hunk of junk we fought in Revanche's old digs. It must be one of the ones that were modified by the professor of the society. I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, looks like we're all clear. Our top priority is searching for Ellie and Speaker McDowell, then... What? Why you... Get out of control. It's just going frenzy. No. I don't think so. Ellie, impeccable fucking timing. Phew. Perfect timing. Ellie. It is Ellie! Ah, I guess you didn't need our help after all. So, this isn't exactly how I pictured things would go, but that doesn't matter. Thanks for having my back, Ellie. You saved me. I mean, that's kind of that's probably what I'm going to use for the profile picture. I love how you can actually see the tears in her eyes. That's a nice detail there. I thought that I might never see you again. Ellie. Well, this is awkward. So, should we give them privacy or... I get the sense they forgot that we were even here. Seems you weren't the only one lodging for Lloyd's tender embrace, Tio? I have no recognition of what you're referring to. Oh, yes, you do, you little munchkin. Huh? I'm happy you're okay, too, but the stairs are getting kind of hard to ignore. Hold on a second. It's not what it looks like. It is exactly what it looks like, Ellie. You're as red as a fucking tomato. That arcade hasn't put Lloyd's life at risk. I just got a bit carried away with that is all. Uh-huh. Whatever you say, Mademoiselle. But I'm telling you the truth there! Your nose is going to start growing like Pinocchio. Tio, Noel, you understand what I mean, don't you? Yeah, sure. I will endeavor to try. Help me out here, Risha. Wait. Why in the world is Risha with you? Or Noel, for that matter, and what exactly is Wazi wearing? That is a long story. We have a lot to catch up on. So it would seem. Yona's here, too. I wasn't expecting Yona to be locked up at the statehouse, actually. Speaker McDowell, are you alright? And Yona. What's up, guys? Long time no see. Man, no, you're really bailing us out here, you know? Yona was brought here by Bell not long after we were. I assume she got tired of him constantly trying to hack into Orcus Tower's central mainframe. Yeah, that checks out. That Bell of yours is a freaking witch lady. How cruel do you have to be to lock up the Yona Sacred without an orbital net connection? What am I, a caveman? That explains that. For a shut-in like you, she may as well have been starving you to death. What say we leave the details for later? After all, I presume you'd rather take this time to rescue us first. Right, we're here to break you out. So it's alright with you guys. Can we get to making the escape now? Of course. The time for neutrality has passed. We are long overdue for someone to speak against this mess. That's right. Alright then, we should split up before my uncle's goons come barging in. Let us secure an escape route and get back to the Merkaba post-haste. I expected to go through a dungeon, not just one boss fight. And you certainly want to go through with this, Speaker McDowell. Well, it is doubtful that my words will resonate with all of the citizenry, but nevertheless, I firmly believe it will be impossible for us to move forward as a state if we don't take action now. Even if this decision does cost us our order and hemorrhage, short-lived as it may be. It's true. A declaration of invalidity toward the independent state of Crossbell. The only one of us who could possibly pull this off is Crossbell's former mayor turned speaker. Yes, but how will the announcement be made to the public? Good question. There's no point in the message doesn't reach the citizens or the defense force. Yona has an idea regarding that. There's a signal booster at Tangram Hill. It was set up to test the Crossbell's wireless orbital network connectivity with Le Mans. Get us there and I should be able to hack it. I can keep the channel open for about 10 minutes, so keep your speech under that and we're golden. I'm a little lost here, but does that mean we can take over those monitor cars that are parked all over the city? Yes, and I can get the message broadcast to the Defense Force terminals as well. That will allow us to meet the condition Commander Bales laid out for us. If the President's authority is challenged, the Defense Force should withdraw and adopt a wait-and-see approach. That would make moving about the state significantly less cumbersome. Lloyd? Listen well, Lloyd. That we declare Crossbell's independence invalid is merely a suggestion, not an ultimatum. As our faction's leader, we can set the idea aside if you're against it. No, there won't be any need of that. Once upon a time, Dieter told us about his conception of justice while he was still the CEO of IBC. Mankind are creatures that will, to our dying breath, chase after the idea of justice. Justice is the foundation of society, something that people can believe in. Political corruption, the criminal underworld, even if the police cannot tame them, the economic prosperity we currently experience allows our citizenry to live their lives in relative comfort. But an unseen evil still spreads across our land, and sensing it, people seek justice from the very core of their being. They silently cry out for it. Because no matter what shape or form justice takes, people will always pursue it, just as they pursue the security that comes with the society itself. That is why I expect great things from you. You may be the lasting cure Crossbell needs. It's clear to me that you four are pursuing justice in your own way. I think it's important you demonstrate that to the people so they live to see it for themselves. Those were Dieter's words. Kind of ironic thinking back on it. It feels like a lifetime ago, despite it not even being a full year. Regardless, that's what the president said line for line. I couldn't say whether he meant any of it or he was just telling us what we needed to hear. Either way, we can't deny that it had a profound impact on us. I agree. It's an interesting way to spin it, I'll give him that. Yeah, and this time I'm going to turn his own words against him, for our sake and his. And what's important to give the citizens and the CDF the chance to think for themselves. Very well. I'll take his words under consideration and deliver an answer to them in my declaration. We're really doing this. Uh-huh. Now that we've got a game plan, we gotta do is iron out the details. Yona, Fran, we're gonna need your tech support. Aye aye. Sure, I got you covered. You know, it's starting to hit me how far we've come this short amount of time. You're right, it's easy to forget that this is still the same little crossbow we've been working to defend all year. Indeed, though what's happening right now affects more than just this state. Zumeria, as we know, is shifting. What we're experiencing now could very well be the turning point in history. Ellie, you're still struggling with the fact that you'll be openly opposing Maribel and President Croix, aren't you? I can't hide that, can I? Despite what they've done, it doesn't change that we've been like family for years. There's even a small part of me that can sympathize with their ambitions from a political standpoint. I can't fault you for that. In their defense, they're not the only folks out there who, with a sordid rap sheet, the Blood and Iron Chancellor, for example. Yes, but even so, I want to make myself perfectly clear. No matter what happens, I am a part of the Special Support Section. If nothing else, I know for a fact that will never change. You mean it. Ellie, look at you being a proper team player, Mademoiselle. What happened to all that talk about the CPD being a temporary gig? I'll admit that's how I saw it when we first started. But I was no match for you all. At this point, the SSS is where my heart will always be. No matter which path I take in the future. Everything I do will be built on the foundation of what I've learned from the time we've spent together. Well put. I feel the exact same way. I guess we all got pretty lucky that the Chiefs even ever started up this crazy division. Oh wait, come to think of it, the SSS was your brother's idea, wasn't it? I guess it was. I didn't even think he could have imagined what it would become. We're planning to solve this case and take Kia back. In a way, maybe that's what fate brought the SSS together to do. Our ultimate purpose. Though we're past the point of grasping for straws and looking for reason, we're going to save her, and we'll do it as a team, every step of the way. For the sake of what matters most to us, we'll forge ahead, come what may. Right. We also have to get in touch with the Chief. Our team isn't complete without his biting wit. You can say that again. Divine Crusade. Honestly, that right there is good. First things first. You gotta get your pixie back. Excuse me. Wing back. And that makes her a pretty strong healer to support Tio. Now for this one, I probably will just go and do hit 3. Actually, EP cut level 3, since she is built to be a caster. Our actions today will call into question the legitimacy of Crossbell's independence, and doing that means challenging the establishment of the Defense Force too. I'm sure Commander Bales can handle the aftermath, but there's no avoiding the unrest that's going to ensue. We should consider ourselves lucky the two major powers are preoccupied with their own civil turmoil. Once we broadcast the declaration of invalidity, the CDF should pull back to see how things play out. The Red Constellation, though, they're in Dieter's pocket, so they're not going to give a rat's ass one way or another. Hell, it might even give them an excuse to start playing hardball, and that's saying something compared to what we've already done. Point is, we got to be on guard for anything and everything. Yeah, the Red Constellation is just a private military. They're a bunch of mercs, only doing what they're paid to do. It ain't personal, it's business. When I first arrived in this state as Yin, I never imagined myself fighting to save it. Maybe it's too late for me to be having this realization, but I'm starting to feel like this role is the one I don't deserve. However, the fates of Crossbell and Arkansas are one and the same. I'll protect them both with everything I have. We are. With that, your treatment should be complete. I am once again in your debt, Tio. Zeit, were you injured while we were in Michelin? Yes, while those Red Constellation fools no less. The wound itself should heal quickly, but that I was hit at all came as a shock. You mustn't underestimate them. In any case, the ambush served its purpose as a diversion, but they are not likely to fall for it a second time. Still, you were a big help out there. Thank you for everything, Zeit. There is no need to show for gratitude, as you should well know. Now then, seeing as you have recovered your comrades, Lloyd, it would seem there is no longer a need for me to accompany you any longer. I will remain on reserve as I did before. Remember, you can always call me if you need assistance. By generating orbital waves from my staff, you mean. Understood. Furthermore, should I come to your aid in battle, know that I will be doing so in my original form from now on. The roaming monsters out there will be no more than helpless prey before me. I can bet. So I get to summon a holy beast now. It took some time, but we're all set to get this declaration of invalidity thing going. Yes, boy, we are. Are you ready, Speaker? Yes, I'm prepared to declare the independent state of Crossbell invalid at a moment's notice. I give you my word that Henry McDowell will not be pulling any punches. Rest assured that my statement will serve as an answer to Dieter's past assertions. Thank you again for doing this. There is no need to thank me, Lloyd. How the declaration will be received by the court of the public opinion is the true variable. I may no longer be the orator that Dieter is, but I should do my utmost to convey the sincerity of his intentions. There is something I must do. It is imperative that every Crossbell citizen consider the future of our homeland. Well said. Hello, my sweet. We're about to hack the orbital network and formally declare the independent state of Crossbell invalid. In the end, everything will go down to timing. It's not like me to get this nervous. Well, I can understand why you would be. What we're planning will end the temporary peace that Crossbell has right now. That's a fact we can't contend with. It makes me wonder if we're really doing the right thing. Uncle and the others have provided Crossbell with protection against Erebonia and Calvert. So many innocent people benefit from that. And here we are, trying to wrest it away from them. I know. But the so-called peace is only possible because President Croix and the others are exploiting Kia for it. People have no clue what's happening. The cost of their newfound freedom. There's no way we can let this continue. You're right. I can never accept a peace that was obtained by sacrificing Kia's happiness and well-being. Thank you, Lloyd. Chatting with you is just what I needed to let my doubts go. There's also the fact that people are confined to remain inside the city. The state has threatened to take people's rations away from them. And all the cryptids and dangerous monsters roaming out on the highways because of all the pleroma grass. There is an immediate danger to be had. Immediate danger to be seen that needs to be taken care of. There isn't much security around the booster site, fortunately for us. It's completely outside the CDF and Jaeger's patrol routes. If we head straight there in the Merkaba, we should be able to finish it with no interruptions. Knock on wood. As for this declaration of invalidity, will change things and shape the future. Only the goddess knows. It's right outside Tangram Gate. Well, it's between Tangram Gate and Altair. Let's do it. Cameras, check. Sound systems, double check. We're now approaching the airspace directly above the booster. You may begin whenever you see fit. Here we go. Are you ready, speaker? Let us begin. Here goes nothing. Establishing link from booster to orbital net. Let the hacking begin. Yes, I've got the control of the communication system. Switching to main camera. Go for it. Good morning, Crossbell! This is reporter Gracelyn of the Crossbell News Service coming to you live. As a disclaimer, the following transmission is not endorsed by CNS. I'm here in an independent capacity to deliver this breaking bulletin to you. With that, there is someone here whom I would like to introduce. I give you Speaker Henry McDowell, representative of the autonomous state of Crossbell. Good morning, citizens of Crossbell, as well as everyone else who may be watching this broadcast. I, Henry McDowell, am Speaker of the Diet of the autonomous state of Crossbell. As I'm sure you are all well aware, former Mayor Croix has recently declared the founding of the independent state of Crossbell. Moreover, he established a military organization known as the Crossbell Defense Force. Already, some Crossbellians have come to welcome both. However, I urge you all to reconsider. Consider whether our present course has truly been the will of the people. Naturally, each and every one of you has the right to decide for yourself the ethicality of our independence. Even so, the fact of the matter is that our current administration was not established by a democratic process. Independence was proclaimed under the pretense of unanimity when in both, several Diet members, myself included, were falsely imprisoned. To reiterate, all that has been declared had been done so arbitrarily without the consent of the Crossbell Diet. So now I ask you, was the referendum's purpose truly to gauge the stance of people toward national sovereignty? No. It was but a validation of your former mayor's declaration of intent, a pretext to which his own whims. The Defense Force, the independent state of Crossbell, and even the President himself are all founded on illegitimate grounds. But rather than simply challenging the legality of how this came to be, there is something just as important that I want my fellow Crossbellians to ask themselves. Is this state of affairs, this administration, this life that they have created for our state and all the continents truly lost? That is the question. Oh wow, they're howling out in the geofront. And so I wish to present to you all the opportunity to come to your own conclusions. With that, as a representative of Crossbell State, I hereby empathically and categorically declare the independent state of Crossbell invalid. He really said it. This is going to give us a little more leeway for sure. Indeed it will. Sergey, was this their doing? You tell me. You know anyone else who could pull this off? Shake a leg, people. Looks like business is about to pick up. Well, this is definitely going to piss off Dieter. And there you have it. From here, I would like to disclose the truth behind the events leading to this day. It began with the raid on Crossbell City 2 months ago. How much longer do we intend to let them peddle this swill over our airwaves? We've discovered the conduit they used to gain access to the signal, and they are in the process of cutting them off. It shall only take another few minutes. We've begun withdrawing their screens that had been set up in the city as well. The citizens should disperse on their own shortly. So this was their ace in the hole. It's no easy task weaving a thread of fact into a tapestry of fiction. There's a mark of a willy old veteran if I ever saw one. Aren't you forgetting something? This never would have happened had you not allowed the speaker to escape from house arrest. Fair point. We'll shoulder the blame for that one. Though had you allowed us to do things our way from the start, those pests would be dead. Then this never would have happened. We cannot afford to compromise the Divine Child's temperament. There's only so far we can go with the SSS and their allies if we want to keep her cooperation. Vexing as it is, those are the terms we agreed to. This ploy will likely have a considerable effect on the defense force stationed outside the city, too. I'll do what I can to mitigate it. Please do. I'd say it's about high time we got down and dirty ourselves. Hayaway and the Resistance are still out there. Let the hunt begin. In the meantime, I'll get in touch with our associates at Ouroboros. Something needs to be done about the SSS, not to mention the church's airship. If you would. Well, that was quite a show. Seems to me that your old man is all velvet glove and no iron fist. That may be how you see it, but I would ask you to consider this an act of foresight as president. This project's ultimate goal is to shift the balance of powers across the entire continent. That's something that my father could never have hoped to do alone. Hence why he surrounded himself with collaborators who can get the job done for him. Such as the Divine Blade of Wind, as well as that other gentleman. Precisely. Daddy! Are you done talking yet? Hello, Shirley and Wald. Oh, hey, Lady Belle. What's up? Shirley, as spirited as ever, as I see. Have you finished thinking over what we discussed earlier? You mean about being in charge of your private unit? Yeah, it sounds like fun, but I like what I'm doing already. You could at least wait until I leave the room before you trying to headhunt her right from under my nose. My apologies. In any case, Mr. Orlando, I would like to proceed as per our previous agreements, if you don't mind. Fine by me. What are you gonna do, lad? I'm not your grandson, Pops, so keep your nose in your own damn business. I do whatever I want. Suit yourself. You're always welcome to roll with us if you want, Wald. I'll put you through the paces. They're trying to recruit Wald to the Constellation. He'd probably be a good fit. Such a thoughtful pair, aren't they? You'd think that deadly little daddy's girl is thoughtful? Then again, I guess you'd probably relate, wouldn't you? No wonder you all click so well. Oh, having second thoughts about taking me up on my offer? As if. I finally got the power I deserve thanks to that drug you gave me. Power no one else but me can handle. So that's where the gnosis came from. That's for certain. None could hope to match you in physical strength when demonized, Wald. That actually makes a lot of sense considering they're master alchemists. I couldn't ask for a better test case. What am I, some kind of lab rat to you? Not that it's any skin off my back. As long as I get to crush that smug little son of a bitch, I'm gonna put him in his place for good. You figured out how to bring the barrier down. Yes, and in turn, a way to suppress the power of the 3 Aeons. The key lies in the Great Bells. I knew it! Great Bells, do you refer to the ones at Stargazer in the Moon Temple? Are you suggesting that they're empowering the barrier and the ions? No. Strictly speaking, their power is derived from the Septarian. However, the Septarian is not yet complete at the moment. For it to perform its so-called miracles over an extended area, its power seemed to rely on designated spatial fields. Said fields are specified by the resonance of the bells. I never realized that they were capable of that. So if we can just stop them from resonating, they may be able to release the barrier. I wagered that it would also suppress the power of the White Aeon that destroyed Garrelia Fortress. Destroyed is putting it lightly, more like ripped it out of existence. At least in theory. It's worth a try. The barrier and White Ion do remain large obstacles. Liberating Crossbell City will be impossible as long as both of them remain. So in other words, we should prepare to head to Stargazer Tower and the Moon Temple. Yes, as for the third bell, it was used at the ancient battlefield, and then taken back to Central Square according to Sal. We can't do anything about that one, but we can still stop the bells at the tower and the temple at least. That is, if you can get past Ouroboros. Members of their forces are guarding both locations. Shit. Yet another problem to account for. Campanella is stationed at the Moon Temple. As for Stargazer Tower, I believe it is under the protection of Aryan Road. That crazy strong chick in the tin can again. She's several problems in one. We may manage to pull off a win against the Fool, but even with our numbers, I highly doubt we stand a fighting chance fighting toe-to-toe against the Steel Maiden. Could she really be that powerful? Yes! She is! Granted, the Society has its fair square of heavy hitters regardless, but she surpasses even the mightiest warriors they can muster. Her strength is inhuman. There may not be a man alive who could defeat her. Yeah, because he's fucking dead! That's absurd. But Wazi, you're one of the Septian Church's dominions. A role like that isn't given without reason. Yet you're still saying that even you wouldn't be able to oppose her. That's right. I wouldn't trust my Stigma's power to put so much as a dent in her armor. If anyone can challenge her, and that's a big if, it'd be the commander. Yes, however, the entire continent is in a state of emergency. As things are, Commander Selnate is in no position to come here. I know. But at least we have a puncher's chance if Kevin were here. It's too bad time is a luxury we can't afford. We finally have an opening that could allow us to break this deadlock. There's no choice. We have to take the opportunity. Hell yeah. Agreed. It doesn't matter how powerful she is. No one is invincible. They're right. If we falter here, we'll never reach Bell and the others. I'm in. Let's head to Stargazer Tower and the Moon Temple. I wish you the best of luck. I would also advise that you save Aryan Road at Stargazer Tower for last. Lest you be unprepared to face her knights, let alone the maiden herself. To the Moon Temple. Oh yeah, you have Palm Party account, right? I'm feeling generous, so I'll pass along my deets. I've been playing this game as long as it was in beta, so if you think you've got what it takes, I'd love to prove you wrong. Yeah, I'm not interested in that right now. Grandfather's declaration of invalidity has had a major repercussion over the map. Now that the CDF has withdrawn, civil unrest might start butting up to the surface. It might be a good idea to check out things have changed around the state and are on our way to stop those bells. Oh, pardon me, I was lost in thought. Okay, let's just move for the Moon Temple. Hello, Arisha. The Steel Maiden. She was the one who shattered Yin's mask. Perhaps it would only be fair that I return the favor. I'm not sure how I would fare against such an overwhelming opponent, to be honest. But I will not yield. I have my own mission that I have to accomplish no matter what. Okay, so when we go to Stargazer, I'm gonna bring Risha. So let's just make it. Let's move out for it. I figured that's how it was going to play out. I don't even know what that was. As I was saying... Wait, I'm going the wrong fucking way. The tunnel is forward. I'm the stupid. I am the dumb and the stupid. Well, we have the original quartet going right now. I'll probably bring Wazi and Noelle back. Wazi or Noelle back in just a bit. In fact, let's bring Wazi in over Orlando. And make way for the temple. Honey syrup. Bamboo rod. Use that rod to give the Imperial Fishing Club a taste of their own medicine. They're so snobby and they never allow my Erebonian chess buddies to get a word in edgewise. Okay. A runic robe. Okay, I don't feel like reading that one. Y'all can pause and read it yourselves if you want. Well, here we are. I'm going to end this one here. Thank you all for watching. Join me next time on Trails to Azure as we brave the depths of the Moon Temple and put a stop to Campanella and the resonation of that bell. But until then, I'm the Dark Seraph, signing off. Goodbye.